Hello and welcome. My name is Jemima Winsunya Bambiri and you are welcome to Christian Youth Experience. Today we have in our midst
Jesse or Elsia.
Jesse or Elsia.
Elsia.
Okay.
You can call me Robert.
Robert.
Saint Robert.
Okay, and you?
Call me just Lisa.
Wow, that's amazing. So we have three, abled young men in our midst. Christian brothers, of course, right?
Exactly.
Yes. So it's such an honor having you guys on
nice
today's
having you
show.
too.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So now let's just get right into it. Okay, so the question at hand is that is it good to marry young as a Christian? So what do you think? Who is going first?
Okay, I think I'll go first.
The Lisas or the Sams or the Seers?
Okay, I think I'll go first.
Okay, so
I would say it depends on what God wants for you. It depends on the purpose God has for you. Because, when you read the Bible, the book of Jeremiah, God told Jeremiah not to get married. So with that purpose, that's what God has for him.
Okay.
But if you check reality too, there are some men of God that married at a very young age. Okay. And when they married, they saw a change in their ministry. So it depends on what God actually has for you or what he wants to do with you. So that's what I'll say.
So that's what you think.
Yeah.
So it depends on
the purpose. So you have to seek the mind of God first.
Wow.
Yeah. Some too, they've entered into marriage and it didn't work.
It's not a call.
It's not a call. It just destroyed. Exactly. It just destroyed their whole ministry thing. So you have to grab the mind of God first. That's what I'll say.
Okay. So how about you?
The age necessarily doesn't matter. I think it depends on you also yourself. If you think you are maybe too matured to get into a relationship at a very young age that it will not destroy you yourself, I think you are good to go. Because some people are very young, but when it comes to the side of the mind, they are very mature and they can deal with every kind of situation.
Yeah.
So if you think you are mature to enter into a relationship, then why not? You are good to go.
So you are coming from the angle where age is just a number, right?
Sure.
Okay. And you?
Okay, in my opinion, I think it's necessary to marry at a tender age, at a young age. You see, when you take certain individuals as example, some individuals are not able to control themselves when it comes to
say it again. Say that point again.
Yeah. Okay. Say it at it.
Say it again. Yeah. Don't enter to run away from it.
They can't flee.
Exactly.
They can't flee from fornication.
They engage in fornication.
Yeah.
So why just not you just what?
Get married. But some two can get married and still go and do other things.
But in this case, it's been lessened.
Okay.
It's been minimized.
We are coming. Let's see the points that
see. Yeah. Marriage as an institution. You guys are what? Joined. There's this union between you guys.
Yeah.
So you guys are one.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you are doing something, you have your partner in mind. Okay. At first, you didn't have your partner in mind.
Okay.
But just free. Just live it. Just this free guy you are in the world. Just doing your own stuff. You are your own boss. But this one, you have to account for whatever you are doing because this is a marriage.
Okay. But I get where you are coming from. But there are some people there. They are so smart. And they can do things and cover up.
Oh yes.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So some don't mind about the Bible. What I want is pleasure. Why do you think there are married people that are sugar daddies? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So this thing here, it needs a deeper this thing.
I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I really get what you're trying to say. But when you get married at that young age, you're taking all those things away.
You see, that means are you trying to say that when you marry at a very young age, it helps you to, let's say, bypass lust or
every individual marriage is up to you. It's your opinion. So you know yourself that was okay. When I was even young, I used to engage in all this sexual stuff, this fornication. But right now, I just want to get married, so that I'll just stick to one person. If I get married, I'll stick to one. If I don't marry, I'll just be there. I'll have multiple partners just engaging in this activity, this sexual activities. I'm my own person. I can do whatever I want, and nobody hold me accountable. But right now, I've gotten married. I have a wife, so I'll have my wife in mind when I'm doing this things. It doesn't mean that you get that edge, okay?
Yeah.
Because you have been with multiple people for so long. Right now, you are sticking to one person. It's hard.
And
You
not
have that
forgetting the
edge.
fact that
Okay.
now you're a believer or you're a born again Christian, right? So, and you've gotten to a point that fine, all things are gone, and behold, all things are made new. So you want to now make things right.
Yes.
Like you want to do things the right way.
Yes.
You want to marry according to not how the world sees it, but how God sees it.
Yes.
So before that, what do you think marriage is? That's it. You know, before you have to talk about marrying young, and you spoke about purpose, but before that, what do you think marriage is? What is marriage?
Okay, so I'll say marriage is actually a companion of two people
Okay.
in a mutual form to fulfill a purpose of God, because God said we should multiply and fill the world. And without marriage, you actually can't multiply. If you are multiplying without marriage, then you are going against the will of God.
Without marriage, you can't multiply.
You have to get married. You know, marriage is not about the ifro dondo, like the weddings.
Yeah.
It's just the two families coming into agreement.
Yeah.
Then they agree. If anything is to be paid, you make the payment, and that is done. So that's where marriage started from.
Yeah.
So if the families agree, then we are married. I don't need to go to the church to do a wedding or something like that. That's why some people even go to court to sign marriage, and you can't say anything about it because it's right. There's evidence that they are married. So if the two families are agreeing, then they are married. So we can start producing. But here the family is not aware of anything. I say the girl to come and stay with me. Then we start producing. We start reproducing.
But it's going on.
It's going on, but it's not marriage.
Or they call it cohabitating.
That is not marriage.
Yeah.
In the sight of God, we are fornicating.
Yeah.
Because God even understands marriage.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So marriage, I would say, is when two families agree that okay, this and this should be together.
Okay.
Then that's how I see marriage. But my brothers, I don't know what.
I think I will go with his.
You go with him. With
I will go
his
with
explanation.
Yeah, you know, when the two families agree that maybe their daughter and the other side, the son, then that's all. That's the marriage.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because I think that even in the church, when you're about to have a Christian marriage, they'll ask if you have done your traditional.
Exactly.
Because if you don't do the traditional, they can't proceed with the marriage as well. Okay.
Can I also add something?
Yeah.
You know,
Please do. Flow.
I think the side of maybe the two families coming into agreement is not necessarily the marriage, but I think after maybe the agreement of the two families, or the day the husband puts a ring on the finger of the wife,
You have to pay bride price.
Oh no, the night that the tail was started.
What
The reason why, the reason why I'm
You
saying
finish.
this is because you know when Jesus Christ met the Samaritan woman,
Yes.
he said that you are having 5 husbands, but with the 5 husbands, they are not all married to the woman. That means they have had sex with the woman.
But they are
So
not
I think in the side of God, or with the perspective of Jesus Christ, I think marriage is when you have sex with your wife or
So
somebody.
you are trying to
because
say.
Bible says the two shall be one.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So okay, you
marriage based on sex.
sex. So you are trying to wait. You are trying to say that, let's say I go in for a woman, right, and the family of the lady, they are not in support, but I say the girl should come to my house and stay with me, and I begin to have sex with the girl. Are you trying to say I'm married to the girl?
In the spiritual realm, you are married.
Oh no!
In the kind of the spirit, you are married.
No.
Because that was the exact thing Jesus Christ said to the Samaritan woman.
But how
He said
sure?
you have 5 husbands. You know, just because the woman slept with the all the 5 men, Jesus Christ said that you have 5 husbands. But you know, in the side of their parents, they were not in let's say agreement with what the woman was doing. But with the side of Jesus Christ, what he was saying, he said, you have 5 husbands. So that's where I'm.
That's why you are using the sex. But if you are using, if you are using sex, you just said the 5 husbands. She had sex with them, so she's married to all of them. That's what you are trying to say. So what of the one husband that Jesus said that is your husband?
I
Let's not go far. Okay?
Yeah,
Let's come near so that we wouldn't run away from
yeah.
But okay, to me, I think that when it comes to marriage, like I said some minutes before, that we have different types of marriages.
Yeah.
And all these types of marriages, where is it coming from? Like the concept, it's coming from, especially we have the traditional view of marriage, we have the legalistic view of marriage, that's the ordinance, right? The court marriage. And then we also have Islamic, and then we also have the Christian view of marriage. But for me, I think that God is the originator of everything. The Bible says that through him all things were made, right? The unseen and the seen. So when it comes to marriage, you have to look at the institution, like why God created marriage and everything. Casting our mind back to the book of Genesis, where it says that there was a man and a woman, right? And wait a minute. Speaking about marriage, was there any marriage ceremony in the Garden of Eden?
Nope.
Not really.
I wanted to say something here. You see, when it comes to the book of Genesis, that's Adam and Eve. You understand?
Yeah.
There was an agreement between Adam and God.
Yes.
God had to agree.
Yeah.
So in a marriage, there must be agreement. Do you understand? So when God agreed, then he brought out Eve. And Adam said, okay, this is the one I want. And God agreed to that.
Yes.
You understand? So now God has given us the chance to go into marriage with 2 parties coming in, should I say, agreement or something like that.
Please, disclaimer alert. It is Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve or
Did
Eve and Eva.
Okay, I see what you are trying to say. I see. Brothers and brothers. Okay.
Don't come after us, but we don't care. We're actually standing on what we believe.
Exactly.
And what God has, instituted, how marriage should be like. So if it's God's plan, we go for it. So
even if God does not agree for man and woman, how will I see a woman and go for a man? I just don't understand. Yeah, you see the point. Either.
So still on the question, is it good to marry early? So and I know some of us, we have given our submissions and all that, but what do you think about marrying early as a young Christian?
For me.
Yes, that's for you. What do you think?
Okay.
Give us everything you have.
Okay, so I spoke about the mind of God.
Yes.
So if the mind of God is right, I will go in for an early marriage, because they say behind every man is a successful woman, and most of these genuine men of God, when you follow their teachings, they mostly, how should I say, applaud their wives. Not even just the men of God. Some successful businessmen, they are like their wives.
Yeah.
The late Archbishop Benson Idahosa, he was always on the wife. The wife has done this. The wife has done that. Follow your wife. Love your wife, and you
listen
leave.
to your wife.
Exactly.
Listen to your wife and leave.
If
those
God,
of you who are not listening to your wife, listen to your wife and leave, Lord.
so if God tells me,
Yeah.
you can marry early, or this person you are with, you are good to go with.
Yeah.
I don't mind whether there's money or there's no money. You can get, if the family is in agreement, then you are good to go.
So that's if it's God's will.
If it's not in God's will, I'm not going.
What if what you are hearing is not God's will?
Oh no, I can never hear God wrong. I can't hear God wrong. That is the point.
Okay.
You understand?
But we are
So
all
even
different.
if you see something, we are different.
Yes.
So let's say the first time I hear the voice of God, I wouldn't judge based on that voice. I will still wait on the Lord for confirmations.
Yeah.
You understand? God has different ways. So if He spoke to me and I'm not trying to listen, He can come to me in a dream. he can come to me through a prophet,
Yeah.
a man of God. There are several means.
Yeah.
So if the first one, I'm not in agreement with the first one. Maybe the first one, I don't have money. I'm like, God, me this one, yeah, it's not your voice, it's my mentality. God can use other means and confirm something to me, because though I'm disagreeing, but I'm still searching. I'm still trying to figure out whether the voice of God is actually true. So when he comes to me, okay, this is what I was trying to tell you. All right, I know the person I'm with. That is what God is saying, because he has to give me a sign on the person I'm with. Yeah.
But what if your emotions are actually, in control?
Okay, that is why.
Your emotions can really play so much. So how are you going to do that?
You see, the emotions will not be like, how should I say, the same throughout.
Yes.
It goes and comes. So maybe when I know at this moment I'm too emotional, I wouldn't take any voice I'm hearing.
But you just know that
yes, when I'm emotional, I know that this one I'm emotional. Maybe at this particular moment I've loved the person so much and I'm not over.
They don't know. Like, it just drives them.
Yeah, that's why they say, for the lack of knowledge my people perish. So if you don't know, then that is where you find yourself in, because of lack of knowing, people have found themselves in trouble. Somebody went in for somebody and the person can't even make it again.
Wow.
So you have to have knowledge about the person you are going in for. Have you asked God about the person? Though they say God will not carry your wife and bring, this is your wife, but you have to discern, you have to search, you have to learn. You understand what I'm trying to say? So in my searching, in my learning, in my discerning, if I have a signal that, okay, I'm good to go with this person, then that's that. But if I see, because even your physical things, your spiritual habits and other things can expose whether we can make it or we can't make it. So if I see that you are driving towards what I'm driving for, your attitude is also in line with what I'm searching for, then there's a signal that I can go ahead with the person. So I have my basis on some things I work with, but it's not obviously everyone that is going to have that. So with those that don't have that, then they have to learn and grab knowledge, because out of lack of knowledge you are really going to perish. So I don't know what you guys do.
So what do you also think about marrying young as a Christian?
When you marry young, okay, the purpose really matters. So I think when you marry early, sometimes it helps you to accomplish your purpose early.
That's if you're with the right woman.
Very true. That really makes sense. It's very necessary.
So women are
That one, it really matters. It really matters, because so when you marry early, it helps you to, let's say, achieve your purpose early. But you have to also work with yourself, as I was saying at first. Maturity is what matters. Maturity is what matters. Some people, they don't know how to, when it comes to the side of their anger issues, any small issue, they will be like, why this, then it will lead to something big.
Low emotional intelligence.
That's the thing. So you have to work on yourself and know that, okay, am I truly fit to enter into the relationship, or am I truly fit to marry early? You get it? So you should also work on yourself to know that if you are truly matured because people enter into marriage very early and they will end up getting depressed. You get it?
True.
Some of them end up even killing themselves and other things, because there are a lot of things that goes on in the family, or there's a lot of things that goes on when you are married to somebody. So you should work on yourself and know that, am I fit to enter into the marriage? You get it? Because you should know that the person is a human. You get it? Even if the person is a man of God, you should know that before of God there is a man. So there are a lot of things that goes on within the man. So you should know that whether you are truly matured and fit to enter into the marriage. Then if you know, or you believe in yourself that you are truly matured, you can cope with a lot of things, you can handle issues in a very good way, then that's all. Nothing seizes you to marry early.
I have something to top up, but let's hear from his side before.
Yes. Hey,
Yeah.
so Ryan, I want to take my job.
Oh no. I'm just trying to before I forget exactly what I want to
Yeah, so
say.
you let's go to
Yeah.
you also come. Okay. What do you think about marrying young as a Christian?
As I said before, you
Yeah.
see, getting married early, sometimes you know yourself as a person. You know the temptations that you face daily.
Yeah.
As a man, you know that, okay, when you just see anything in skirts, anything
is good.
Under the skirt.
Even chicken in skirt.
just passing by. They are turning around to look at us.
The libido they
So
have.
you think that if let's say you see anything in sketch, you can't control yourself.
You
You,
can't
always
really-
have that last
yes.
desires and stuff.
Yes.
You think marrying early will stop that?
Yes, I think marrying early will stop that. Yes.
Wow.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
That's how.
Are you
No,
sure?
Are you for real?
that's my opinion.
For real.
Oh,
See,
last. See.
Wait, let him finish.
See.
Charlie,
Let me land.
make
Make
it
it
land.
land, make it land, make it
Let me land.
Make it land, make it
And
land.
I'm lighting in the air.
You make it loud.
Let me land. Right now,
Mhm.
you're committed to one person.
Yeah.
Marriage, commitments.
Mhm.
Even though all the temptations you faced before, you still face them.
Yeah.
But right now, you have another person in mind that this is who I'm with.
Mm.
So let me do this for this person. Right now, you're not only thinking about yourself,
Exactly.
you're thinking about the other person. I don't want to do this so that I'll hurt this person's feelings. I don't want to do this so that things will end.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You make it loud,
Okay,
make it loud. I
no,
guess strong point.
Relax.
No.
I guess strong point make
That's what me.
Yeah, the bab. Yeah. Oh, the bab what they talk.
That's
The
what
bab
me,
where you
I
come from.
I also understand.
Yes.
I also understand.
That's my opinion.
But you know, if you are truly entering into a marriage with the mindset
Of escaping.
of that's the
You know, go
thing.
fit. See something.
Because
Let
last
me
is a
just
desire.
let me just say one thing.
Last is a desire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
Because
just,
even marriages are being broken because of these things.
exactly. Let me say. Let me
Do
say
you know
one thing.
last? Do you know last is not a bad thing?
Oh, last is not a bad thing. Exactly. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, we know. We know.
You know.
Yo, we know.
Last without
Too much of
self-control
everything is bad.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But you know, last can be your
without-
weakness.
Yes.
Because it's a desire.
Yes.
Last without self-control.
It's a desire.
That's where it becomes your weakness.
Yeah.
So if you are
That's
trying
what
to
I'm saying.
enter,
Too much of everything is bad.
so if it's too much of it is bad, and you are entering into marriage because you want to escape,
Yes.
you are
Yeah.
lying. Because even the
lying.
person, do you know when you ask married people, they say you even get tired of your wife,
Sure.
right?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
the last
but
keeps
the
coming.
desire,
It keeps
it
coming.
keeps
You understand what I'm
coming,
trying to say?
Yes.
So if that desire is coming and you're tired of your wife, wouldn't you want to go outside to go and cheat on your wife?
Me personally, I wouldn't.
You see, let me just say
No, me
something.
personally, I wouldn't
You
go.
personally,
Yeah,
okay, that's
but what
you.
about
But there are
others?
some people outside there. There are some people outside there.
Yes.
There are some people outside there we have to talk to.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
They can't run away from lust. That is their weakness.
Yeah.
They are even men of God, right? They
Sure.
stand before the pulpit and
After.
they preach powerfully, but they go and they cheat on their wives.
So
So didn't they marry the right person?
Yeah.
So why are they still doing it? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You see, loving God is the topmost of everything.
Yes.
There was a man of God that said, Pastor Crispin, he was saying that we cheat on God. And that really got me. Because if you
goodness.
say you love your
Yeah.
wife, you wouldn't want to cheat. But the God that is the supreme, and we love him, we
We've
still
been
cheat
cheating
him. He
on
said,
him since-
exactly, he said, don't
So
do this.
how can
And we
you
are
love
breaking
your
it.
wife?
We are
Yes.
doing it. If
Yes.
you are even cheating on God, then how won't we cheat on our wives?
Cheat on anybody.
You get what I'm trying to say? So if you are trying to get into
Your point
marriage,
is destroyed.
if you are
Brutality.
trying to get,
Your point is
if you are trying to
You
destroyed.
guys
marry,
are trying to debunk
Nah.
my point.
oh no,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to debunk your point. I'm just trying to add up to what you are
Okay,
saying,
wait.
so that we know
It
that
is opinion.
so
Right.
that we
That's
know
my
that
opinion.
we can't
Yeah,
really
it's
run away from lust because
Yes.
of early marriage.
Yes.
You
Or do
understand?
you want to explain it further? If you have any other point, you can bring it. Add something.
So you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That is where even this guy's point comes inside. He said when let's say
The maturity part of it.
aspect, you understand? That is where the word dating comes in. That concept of dating, people don't understand it. You know, some people
Let us
go.
understand.
Dating is actually for you to know your partner very well. Know the anger issues of the person, what the person can hold, what the
Yeah.
person doesn't like, and other things. But people use it as a fun zone.
My goodness.
And they don't use
Let me sit down well.
Sure.
and they don't use that aspect to study who I'm going in with.
Yeah.
You know, as you are studying, that's where you grab maturity. Because today you are getting the anger of the person, and you are learning how to solve it. You know, I even heard some girls even like it when the guy gets angry at them. I'm like, this is
And
madness.
even beat
And
them.
even beat them.
That means it doesn't.
How?
They want it toxic.
They want it toxic. So if just common
How come
talking,
are running away from toxicity?
they want,
they
Someone's
want
so
to
just
talk.
even talking a normal beating. Imagine the other
Leave you
toxicity.
behind.
So that one there, they want it when their heads are hitting the walls and other kind of things. So people don't understand. So if let's say I'm very young and I want to date, it shouldn't be a wrong thing in our community. But the Western aspect of our place has made it so wrong that you can't date early. That's why I like the outside people, the Americans.
Oh, really?
If they are very young and their parents can allow them date,
And the
'cause
money is there.
the money is
The
there.
money is there.
But here that the money is not there and I have to study the person. You understand the person? Yeah. So dating is supposed to be something that I used to study my partner or.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the girls, let me use girls. They take it as if I'm dating, I'm married to the person.
Sure.
You must provide
The
everything. Yeah, because
Okay.
you barely let me say 1%, even 0 point something percent of guys will say this girl must feed me and other things.
Yeah.
But for 99% of girls, they want the guy. You must treat me as a husband. There was a video I was watching. A girl was speaking that she doesn't understand why nowadays women they take dating as a yardstick to fool around, because they see it as if you are dating, you are my husband and you must provide for me as a husband. So what of the guy that is under or is living under the roof of his parents and they are feeding him?
Yeah.
So how does he also survive?
Sure.
If you, the lady, you are in your parents' house, let's say your father doesn't even have a car, you expect that I should overdo certain things.
Yeah.
Where am I going to grab the money? I should go and tell my dad that I want money to give to my girlfriend.
No.
Your father will even slap you. Even slap you from the house.
You disown you.
You disown you. But some girls don't see it that way. They see it as it's a fun zone to move around and do what I want to do.
And also because of that, I think the guys also have now come out to say, fine, if I'm providing this for you, you also have to
do this.
provide this for me.
Exactly.
And it's like marriage that came early, but it's not official.
Exactly.
You get my
So
point.
if you study the successful people, they say when I was young, see Johnson Suleiman, he gave a story that really shocked me. He said he went on a date with a wife, the wife, and when he was going for the date, the shoe he took it from a friend, and they went and they went for the date, and the guy came to the restaurant or wherever they were having the date and was asking for the shoe.
Can you imagine?
And he was, he didn't want to disgrace himself.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He was trying to cover up things.
Yeah.
And, you understand what I'm trying to say?
And the lady was there.
The lady was there, and the guy took the shoes and went away. And the lady turned and told him that it's you I love, not the things around you. That was really deep. It's you I love, not so whether you are broke, whether you are rich, I love you. And I know where your vision is going to. I want to follow the vision.
Yeah.
But most ladies are not following the vision. They are comparing themselves with pressure.
Yeah.
They want to live based on pressure. So they are just doing things foolishly. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that is where dating is wrong, and marrying, most people don't even want to marry early.
It becomes frustrating. The demands, some cannot
You
really keep
understand?
up
So
with the demands.
that's where people run away from marriages.
Yeah.
But if, let's say, people are doing what Johnson Suleiman's wife did, see how young I am, and you are doing this, you are treating me good, you are caring for me, I wouldn't want to leave you. I'll show you, I'll tell you all my plans, all my visions.
I think
fit yourself.
I think at that moment she saw he was worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's not every guy that you can tell that.
Exactly.
You can, because there are some guys too, and their motive is to just show off, right? He doesn't want to have you. He knows that ladies like material things. So let me just have all the goodies just to get her attention, right? And some ladies will actually fall prey to that. What if at that time his friend didn't come, and if he, in quotes, was someone who usually takes advantage of girls? You know, guys borrow their friends their rights and stuff because they know that with the short days they can't get their eyes on that, ride and all of that. But I also think that it depends on the mindset and everything, and it also depends on if he's worth it. Yeah, so that's for me, from
Yeah.
a lady's angle. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you sorry, I'm speaking plenty.
Yeah,
But
Don't
yeah.
worry,
with
don't worry.
What?
you see with
Yeah,
what
speaking
Uh,
plenty.
You have
you see
stolen the show.
with what you are,
Hey,
with what you are saying.
you've stolen.
I know I'm not stealing the show, but
So
I'm
wait,
trying
so
to.
wait. Okay, wait. Should he talk or I should let?
we can
I
talk.
should
Talk,
talk.
talk,
And then
Yeah.
talk.
You see, with everything you said,
Mm-hmm.
the guy showing off and other things. That
Yes.
is where I was talking about dating. It's for
Yeah.
studying the person.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people don't like to study. You understand? If you actually want to study a person to know the person, you will know.
Now, if they were studying Yanka, would they be looking for a court right to us?
I've been there. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get
Why?
you.
The reason I'm saying this, there is nothing that can run away from the worst of people,
I'm
because he
telling
says
you.
that out of the abundance of the heart,
The mouth
the mouth
speaks.
speaks.
Yeah.
So no matter how smart the person is trying to be, trying to play or name say show off and other things, you will surely grab the person if you are really studying the person. But most people's attention, they are not sensitive to that
They're not
aspect.
sensitive.
They are not sensitive.
Yeah.
They just want, okay, he has the car. You don't even
Yeah.
check to see if the car is for him or what. You don't mind where he's getting his money from. Is it rich?
Be sensitive.
They don't care. They are not
Yeah.
studying. They are not focusing on that aspect. They just want, oh, ready cash, ready, like what the MPP, that story. I don't know whether you
Yeah.
what they just want ready cash, but
Yeah,
they don't
ready
study
cash,
the person. But if you are studying the person correctly and things are going on well, you catch the person's move. You know the person's move. Exactly. You grab the person. You see what I'm trying to say? So when you grab the person, you leave. You leave and you go and you search. That's where the searching. But if you're not studying the person there, you will keep on crying, breaking heart, breaking heart, breaking heart.
Okay,
You
so
go up.
what do you also think to what he's saying?
Okay, what I will add is that some young Christians, when they are first entering into a relationship, it starts from a relationship into marriage.
Exactly.
But let's say, the kind of even the first time is there's a first time to know somebody, right?
Exactly.
So
There's a first
maybe
time.
you organize something like a first date or something. Is the kind of even the questions to ask
The
the
right
person,
questions.
the right
Yeah,
questions.
the right questions.
Because I read a certain book of Apostle Johnson Suleiman concerning
That guy.
we have to give credit to him. We are giving credit to Apostle.
concerning let's say the kind of questions you should ask
the
on
right
a date.
questions on the first
And he was
date.
like, the first question to ask your partner is let's say, does he has any testimony concerning his salvation? You get it?
That is deep.
That is,
That is
the
deep.
first question to ask your partner,
Yeah.
whether he has a testimony of his salvation.
Testimony,
Because he has to be a genuine Christian. You get it? He has to be a genuine Christian, because you cannot just enter into a relationship
you
like
don't
that.
have to be unequally yoked.
Some of the ladies,
exactly.
they go to
Yeah.
church, all right, but they are very ignorant when it comes to these things. They don't ask.
Very,
Yeah.
very.
They don't ask.
Yeah.
They can even meet somebody and they will be like, although he is not a believer, I'm trying to change him.
Exactly.
But that's a very big mistake.
That's Bob the Builder work there.
That's a very big mistake.
That's
Meanwhile, this is a person that when you even try to bring the side of God's matter into the scene, maybe you guys will be there, you'll be talking, and so maybe you, the girl, will raise a topic like maybe God has done this or has done, and the boy will be like, let's forget about this thing. And you get it? That's a very big mistake. This is not a kind of person that you can change just like that.
Yeah.
You get it? The person needs time. Maybe you are a kind of, let's say, a genuine Christian who wants to, let's say, roam in this kind of holy relationship before you get married. You get it? But you are trying to date somebody who is not even walking in the laws of the spirit. Like the kind of person you want to even enter into a relationship with has no knowledge when it comes to the things of God. You get it? So I think what Apostle Johnson Suleiman wrote in his book is very, very deep, and also it has to be taken into consideration.
What's the book's title?
I think
our viewers out there want to know
is it 45 questions to ask 45 questions to ask your partner on a
45
date.
questions to
Yes,
ask.
I think something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said first one is that the testimony of the salvation of the person.
Okay.
And the second one is who are you supposed to report him to when he
Maybe an authority.
yeah,
leader.
sure, because you
Yeah.
know
There's
a
always
man
one
a
person.
man who is not under authority
Cannot be controlled.
cannot be controlled.
Ooh.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
A man who is not under authority cannot be
Yeah.
controlled.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
imagine you have nobody to report the guy to, or the
He
one you
doesn't
want
listen
to.
to anybody.
That's the thing.
Then
Then
you're doomed.
how can you cope
Yeah.
with this kind of person?
Yeah.
You get it? Because the man has to be somebody who is under authority.
Yeah.
So if you are talking and he's not listening, then you know that if I report him to this person, he will
has to
calm down.
listen.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You get it?
And I think it's also vice versa. 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't need a man, yeah,
Yeah,
same
very
as a
true.
woman, yeah.
And you also asked something concerning how the guy or the lady treats the parent. You get it? Because
Yeah.
let's say if I don't respect my parents, then how come I will respect your parents?
But you know, some ladies can change the personality of a person.
Yes.
Hey.
If I don't respect my parents.
See, love is
They
a
can
dangerous
change.
thing.
I am yet to see
Love
that.
is a there was even a movie I watched. I've forgotten the title, but
It's
it's a
a
very
movie.
it's a
It's
very
not reality now.
no. I'm talking reality, but I want to bring a movie. You know, some movies they talk the mind of realities. You understand?
Okay.
The guy was a gangster. You understand? And the girl was a Christian. And
Is it that movie Jaru was part?
I don't know his
Is it
name.
like
Jaru,
this
yeah,
dark
like
guy?
a rapper.
He's dark, yes.
Yeah,
Dark guy.
he got into a bad deal
Yes,
and all
yes.
of that.
And later
I'm
we-
in love with a chick girl.
Exactly,
Ah.
that is the movie. Exactly,
Yeah,
that is the
yeah, I
movie.
remember that movie.
Yes, a gangster, Charlie, hardcore. The whole city, the police were looking for him, but they were not getting him. So you can see how dangerous this guy was.
Very dangerous.
And he met a girl. He ended up as a pastor.
Wow.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Love is a very dangerous thing. If the person really loves
and
you.
I think that even through the movie, it took God to intervene because God had to make a miracle.
Exactly.
And he now believed and opened his eyes that wow, there's really a God. And just like what happened to Paul on the way to Damascus when Jesus Christ. So I also believe that even if the lady changes, but it's also based on God's will.
That's the thing.
You know, everything
Okay,
is not God's plan to
imagine
do.
Exactly.
he had
Yeah,
not
it's
gotten
not
that
her will.
encounter that you are talking
Yes.
about.
That is why
Yeah.
it's
Imagine.
based on God's will.
God's
So
will.
first when I was starting, I was like, it depends on the purpose of God.
Yeah.
So if the purpose of God is for that person to change through you, go to heaven and hell, it will happen. You understand what I'm trying to say? But if it's not the purpose of God, if your desire or your flesh or your pleasure is
flesh.
leading you, then now and then God will not, you will just leave you.
I really have something to say about this. Okay, so I used to have when I wasn't fully born again. Okay, I used to have this mindset about dating and stuff, and in fact, it messed me up because I was living based on the world's point of view about relationships and all of that. But until I finally became a believer and I now realize that no, God wants us to have a wholesome relationship, okay? And where we as believers or children of God, we have to make it right. We have to do it right because I believe that if you start right, you can continue right.
Sure.
And when it comes to this issue about dating, you date to study someone, yes, because it's like more or less like an interview. Okay, yes, I want to go with the fact that you said first and foremost, the person is a person a believer or does the person believe in the testimonies of God.
Sure.
But at the same time too, you should also look at the person as a soul, right? Where there's one thing I'm really exercising, okay, and I'm using somebody as an experiment. I don't want to spill the news. So what I do is that if maybe this person, yes, the desire is that you like this person or you're in a relationship with this person, but I have to pray for this person that Lord, let your will for this person be done. Because I do not want to live in the flesh. I also do not want it to be like I want to have this person onto myself. It's selfishness,
Sure.
right? Because he or she belongs to God, right? And I always have this mindset that if the next time I get into a relationship or I find myself in a relationship, my main focus is helping that person find himself in the things of God.
Okay.
It's very, very important because at the end of it all, if you get married to this person becomes your husband. I do not see you as a man in my life, but I see you as a priest. Bible speaks about the fact that Christ is the head of the man and the man the head of the woman. So if this man hasn't given his life to Christ, or if this man does not submit himself under the authority of Jesus Christ, then you have a bad head, right? And almost say adrenaline
Ebre. Sure.
so for me, this is the kind of mindset I have. And I think that with what I believe, even in accordance of the scriptures as a believer, it doesn't make me also be selfish, right? It doesn't even put bad desires in my mind, like, oh, I want to have sex with this person, I want to do something with this person. Yes, I'm human, but it makes me conscious about myself, and through that, the Holy Spirit guides me and directs me. So there's a kind of mindset I have when it comes to dating as a believer or as a Christian, and which eventually, if it's God's will, He makes a way, and you finally get married, and it's great that way. And if in case that a broken heart occurs, I will not really feel the pain, but I'm like, yo, I'm happy to see you change. You are flourishing in life, And mind you, some people go like, oh, let me date this person so that this person become a born again Christian. Like, I have this question, like, so Mazimini, I have to date this person. It's not like you just have to date this person before. What if the person doesn't change? What if it's not your own strength? But I think that when the opportunity presents itself, that you find yourself in a relationship, it depends on your mindset, how you want things to go as planned. Because I am in a relationship with you. As a believer, I do not believe in fornication. Why should I, at the end of it all, the relationship should make me a better person and not a bitter person. It should have a purpose. It should take me somewhere. Even if it wouldn't take me to a point in life, but it should take me to a point in life where, well, I stand there and look back and go like, wow, this person in my life has made me a better person, has made me to see things the way God does. And I know that God can use anybody to bless our life.
Sure.
Okay. And it's not also like a relationship should change you, right? So it can be from all angles, and I think that's fine with me. Okay, so Lisa, if you find the opportunity to marry Ellie, right, or you get the opportunity to marry Ellie, what's your reason for marrying Ellie?
Okay, me, I'll really marry Ellie if I have the means to.
What means?
If I have the money.
If you have the money.
I can even get married like right now.
Hey, why do you want to have a royal wedding?
If I have the means to, I have the money.
Yeah, okay. Bride, because the bride price.
And I have someone I like. I can even get married at
so right now you don't have anybody you like.
Right now you don't have.
You are single right now.
Yes. I'm
so
single right
you can bring somebody.
Yes, you can bring
somebody. Okay. Yes. We will meet after here. You give us your space.
If I have the
means. Okay, so that's if you have the means.
I have the means, yes.
But even right now, okay, are you preparing towards marrying Ellie? Maybe how are your plans being, program?
Yes, I'm preparing to marry Ellie.
Like you wish to marry Ellie?
Yes, I wish to marry.
Because some people have intentionally they don't want to marry you.
Yes.
They don't want to marry you.
Some people don't even want to marry at all.
Yeah, some do not want to marry at all. Yeah. Okay. So how about you? If you have the means to marry, why would you want to marry? What purpose? Like, why would you want to marry?
The reason why I want to marry Ellie is because, when you have a partner, and let's say the partner comes in at the time that you already have everything that you want in life, there will be maybe mismanagement of things.
Yeah.
Because when you were not there when the food was being cooked, you get it. Then that means you will not know how to even manage the food. You get it. So my reason for marrying Ellie is that I want to have this kind of person that I will build with.
Yeah.
You get it. So that where this person will know that, okay, this was the means, or this was the way we went through to have this kind of things.
So that
get it?
there's more of like this supervision.
Yeah, sure. So my purpose of marrying early is that I want to have this person I will build with. You get it? So that's it.
So you build with, what are you building? Bob the Builder.
Oh no, plenty things.
Hey,
Plenty
Plenty
things because
things.
the vision is broad.
Ah.
The vision is very heavy.
Guys,
The vision is very
Yeah.
heavy.
Guys,
So if you get this kind of woman who is ready to, let's say, pay into the vision,
Yeah.
or to also
She believes in you.
sure,
Yeah.
then you are good to go.
Yeah.
If you have this kind of woman that is ready to stand with you and build it together to where people will see it, then
Yeah, because she's a helper and not a
yeah,
slave. Yeah,
sure,
she has
sure.
to.
So even the Bible says that a woman is a helper,
Yeah,
so she help you build it. So
Yeah.
that's it. So I need a woman that will help
Who
me
fits
build,
into, the
so that I
purpose
will
of
build my
building.
own. Sure.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, man of vision.
Elsie.
The LC who wanted to steal the show.
Oh, please.
The one hosting with me. Please, what do you think? Yeah, my
For me-
co-host.
For me,
I didn't introduce you.
getting married early, it's necessary.
It's necessary.
That's if it's accepted by God. This is the purpose of God.
When babe was calling.
It's necessary.
It's necessary.
Wow, it's necessary. And why is that?
Okay, so he said something. It's also part of my point. Building with a person. But I don't just want to get married because of my sake, but motivation to others. That's my point.
That you want to be an example, a good
To others.
example.
Because when you check the marriage system now, it's very low.
Nothing good
You
to write
understand?
to my
Nothing.
God. Yeah,
Even men of God fighting with their wives,
Can
and
you imagine?
but I would say,
Forbid.
let's say I have a vision to change the mindset of marriage with people.
Yeah.
So the person I'm with, you have to buy that vision. We are building together. We are building into my vision.
No
But-
small business plan.
But the thing
Their
is,
mission statement.
but the thing is, as you are buying into my vision, I will not disregard your vision, because some will feel like they are slaves. Now I have
so
to
you're
be
helping a man build his life, and
Uh-huh.
your life is hanging.
exactly.
Yeah.
So as you are helping me, I'm also helping you. Mine is even for you to do what you want to do, but
Yeah.
in line with what I want to do. So I grab your vision, I help you with it. Once it's not going, so let's say I want to be, let's say, a businessman or a man of God,
Yeah.
and you want to be, let's say, a philanthropist or a nurse or something like that.
How about a
Fine.
politician? Maybe the
Poli-
man, you want to be a man of God, and I want to be a politician.
Fine, I'll let you be that which you want to be, but you shouldn't be below. You should be on top.
Yeah, so you have to complement each other. Like,
Exactly.
What
Because-
are you bringing on the table?
Exactly.
You know,
Because I want to be on
what
top,
are you-
and you can't be with me. And let's say I want to be a businessman to escape, let's say, working for people, but you want to be a nurse, or let's say a doctor, and you want to be working in a government institute. How would I be getting the convo with you? So you have to be on top. Okay, you want to be a doctor, a nurse, own the clinic, own the hospital.
Oh, that's great vision
So
there.
I'm buying into your vision, but it has to be, my vision is being on top. Your
Okay.
vision is being this, but it has to be in line with what I want.
Our producer is he just signaled me to let us know that time is up. Okay. So it's been a great program, honestly, and I really enjoyed myself. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still have some arguments with them.
Please, from here you can go and argue. Yeah. So the show must come to an end. You know, every good beginning surely has a good end, right? Yeah. So we are looking forward towards our next episode. Okay, and I just can't wait for what we are going to talk about or discuss. Okay. So it's your girl, Sister Fire. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Bye. No, we are out. No, like it's like we are we are out.